Hey guys, we were just getting ready to record when Mr. Slithers here decided to crawl out from underneath the rock I was sitting on. Look at, he's not even rattling, Laura.
These guys are pretty, some of them, they just, I don't know, they don't feel threatened.
No, he seems to just care less. He doesn't feel threatened at all. You know, he crawled right out from under where you were standing.
Is that where he was?
Yep, literally. All right, that's our first of the year. Okay, he was, he was like right here somewhere where we were sitting. Maybe he was up in this bush.
He could have been up there, yeah, or under these rocks.
All right. Well, guys, let me kind of stand. I'll put the camera right here. Kind of, sort of. That's good enough. All right, let's stand right here. Let's talk about what we're getting ourselves into besides Mr. Slithers over there. All right, well, Laura, I tell you what, you sure know how to pick them. This is a good one.
This one is, yeah, I think this one will have some interesting things in it. The road is long gone.
Yeah.
There's not even any recent tracks of it. It's just completely wiped out.
Wiped out completely. Took us about a half an hour, 45 minutes to get up here. Not too long, but yeah, no one's been up here since, I'm guessing, maybe the 70s. We're seeing some pop-top cans, but you got to really love what you do to hike back up into here and get to this mine. This is something special. So I don't think a camera's ever been on this one.
No, we haven't seen any modern trash either, just, he said, from the 70s, but anything else recent, nothing so far.
We've got a big ore bin right over here, a dual compartment ore bin or a dual chute. Higher up over here, we've got an ore slide to take that ore off the higher up side of the hill, bring it down to this level, and then the big portal is right over here. All right, guys, this is going to be a fun Wednesday. Let's get started.
There he goes.
All right, let's head over here. I'm going to give you guys one look at this is a very traditional sized Nevada rattlesnake. Look at, he just doesn't really care. As long as you don't pinch me into a corner, I'll be just fine. All right, buddy, you just stay right there. Let's look over here. All right, so here is our ore bin with trestle and rail that used to be up there. So if they're going to build something as big as this, you know that they've removed a lot of ore out of this mine. Now, turning around, because the reason that they're going to do that is for staging the ore before they can haul it out in trucks. And then, as you can see up there, that's the ore slide I'm talking about. So once we get done with the main haulage level, we'll hike up there and see where all that material's coming from. Boy, he sure blends in good with that, doesn't he? I like rattlesnakes. I think they're really cool. Yeah, this one here, he knows that I'm a friend. I'm not out to hurt him at all. Okay, so look at the portal that Laura found. When she found this, she's like, oh, that's going to be a good one. Look at how deep it is in the middle of nowhere. Not too many people been in here. It doesn't even have, it has the barbed wire, but it doesn't have the more modern stay out, stay alive signs on it.
Yeah, there's some down below that do, but this one is...
Not this one.
Probably from the 80s, maybe 70s, who knows.
Cool. All right, let me get my lights going here. Lights on, lights on. Let's see if we can find some more rattlers. If there's one, there's more. All right, so before I go up into... I'm going to toss some rocks. Into this Russian Russian thistle. I think we're good. When we were coming up the wash, I told Laura, I said, I really want to see a rattlesnake today. We're overdue. And my wish was granted. Oh, look, Laura. Here's the guys from the 70s.
Survey.
Yep. Doing a survey. That's who was up here. Okay, we've got Big Cat. We got Big Cat Scat right there. That's mountain lion. Yes. All right, going slow, going slow. Looking for snakers. All right, they're gonna be in here. They're gonna be right through this section. Okay, here we go. Ooh, more Big Cat Scat. Oh, it's all over in here. Wow. Indeed it is. All right, going through a little timbered section here. Look at these two big piles. All right, let's look down on the floor. Keep your eyes peeled. Look for, I mean, those look pretty darn old. I'm not seeing any fresh paw prints. If there was a cat in here, we'd smell it. Plus, he would be right up in this area. Wouldn't that be crazy if I just turned, he was like right there looking at us. One of these days. That'd be so neat. All right, keep on going. Look at how much they, let me pan off to the left one more time, guys, and show you this. They just cleaned all this out. By the looks of the stalls, all nicely, it came from the lumber mill. I think we're in the 40s or 50s here. All right, turning to, we got one going to the right, way up in there. We'll save that one. Let's stay on the main. Look at the ore.
You can see the vein. They got it all tagged out.
Yeah, it's all tagged out, and then the guys from the 70s spray painted it. See that? They took samples. Look at the drill where they drilled right into the vein right there. You can still see the drill holes. All right. That's at about a 45-degree dip from lower right to upper left through here. We're still seeing Big Cat Scat. He's going all the way up in here too. Oh yeah, they're sampling all this. Great find, Laura. This is great.
That's a neat one.
This is a fantastic mine.
So far, still nothing modern aside from the 70s.
Yeah. See here, they painted a big 12 and took a sample. You can see they took a sample from right there, right next to the flag. Yeah, I was talking with Laura, I said, you know, because we just got done, we've been roping shafts. We've been roping incline shafts like crazy and getting real tired. And I said, can we please just find one where we can walk in? My legs are killing me. Look at how they cleaned all this out. Isn't this cool? And guys, look at this. So right where they put that flag, they spray painted the bottom margin, the upper margin, and put the flag right in the middle. Cleaned all that out. Oh, I haven't found one of these in a while. Here's an old Schmidt.
Schmidt beer.
Yeah, yeah. From the 70s. Actually, that's from the 80s. This is 80s Schmidt. This one has the ducks or the Canadian geese on it. Remember they came out and every few months they had a new picture of animals? My brother has the whole collection. Oh, this is great. Oh, my gosh, look at that. What a beautiful mine. Wow. Oh, we have just been knocking it out of the park lately. Fantastic. Laura, you are my good luck charm.
I'm sure there's more where this came from.
Yeah, wait till they see. We're just getting started. All right, guys, panning up to the left. Look at how they cleaned all this out. Here, let me get past this stall and point up in there. See all that? This is a big, long ore pass coming down from the workings above. Yeah, no, I'm not scrambling up that scree. Boy, that material looks juicy. Wow. This has got to be a gold mine.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. Look at the size of that timber. Crazy cool. Okay. I'm having all kinds of fun. All right. Still going. I knew it would. I mean, that's a lot of infrastructure for outside. Look at this. This is just... Here we go. We got, well, it says that might be 40. Oh, it's 42 feet 9 inches. Not 1942. 42 feet 9 inches. Going back up in here. Looking down there. Cleaning all that out. Just working the hanging wall. Someone started a fire. Of course. All right, let's look up here. Yeah, we got a bunch of... Oh, yeah. Somebody set this on fire.
You think it was to chase the bats out, or they're just
being dumb?
Being dumb.
Yep, look at it's all torched. All torched and scorched.
Yeah.
Being dumb. All right, let's look down here. Somebody wrote with an arrow pointing down there, T-9.
A piece of drill steel right above your head, too.
Is there?
To the right.
Where is it? Oh, yeah, it got stuck in there. They were beating on it, too. All right. This is great. Still keeps going, guys. Down here is some more of those for putting the rail together. Those steel slats. And poking up that way. I'm just being very cautious. We are in prime big cat territory. But I can't imagine one would come back up in here this far because they can't see the portal. They've got good night vision, but not like can't see your hand in front of your face kind of night vision. All right, what's this? We got some graffiti here. That's a possible 19... Well, if they wouldn't have spray painted over it. That was pretty dumb. But they took sample number 27 with an arrow, and the arrow is pointing right to the goodness right there. You know, we could be walking past free gold hanging in that vein. It could be everywhere here. Maybe not. I mean, if it was like that, you would think that they would have cleaned it all out. All right, we reached the end with all of the previous mine explorers graffiti here. We have KLY. Let's look here. Somebody was back in here, 86, 87.
Was that a 65 on the one? 59.
50, yeah, March 12th of 59. Gilbert something, can't quite read it. 65 BC plus HI 1975. Another 75 RMC. And that's it. Okay. Turning around. Oh, and a CH from 87 again. So I'm just going to keep the cameras rolling, guys, since this was kind of a short haulage at it. And maybe something will poke out and we'll see something we missed. So the folks are really digging the forward-facing Wednesday shows, Gloria.
Yeah, here's some.
There's
Looks like there's pyrite in there, perhaps.
Oh yeah, look at the pyrite in it. You're right. Let me turn the lights down. Show that here. There's a bunch of pyrite in there. Yeah, cool. Well, if you guys are loving it, we're going to keep making it. We like doing these Wednesday ones too. It kind of gives us a little bit of a break from the more crazy Saturday episodes. And also for me as the editor, Wednesday episodes are a bit easier to edit, so I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun doing this for you guys. Oh, what kind of a fool sets fire to a mine? Should we? Should we look?
Yeah, let's go up there.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go peek. I'll let you be paparazzi, and I will, because I'm looking at this ladder and how worn it is. We might have something special up here hiding in all of the... Okay. Alrighty. Let's look up into this stope here. Alright. Start with the right. Goes over there and stops. Off to the left. It's really humid up in here. Goes over there and stops. I can see a tag. They were tagging it. But that's it, guys. Doesn't do anything. Alright, coming back down. Here you go. At least we looked. All right, thank you. Nice. So, when we get done with this mine, stay tuned, guys, because further on down the valley, there's even more. So, we're going to hit those today, too. But if it turns out to be something good, then you guys will see that next Wednesday. Oh, yeah, muck plate.
Muck plate.
Muck sheet. Here, let me sneak out in front of you here. Muck sheet. And going back up that.
Maybe that's where the cat went.
More than
If
likely.
it connects with the surface.
Yeah, that's going to go up and pop out.
Yeah.
No sense in going up all that scree. We can do that safer by going outside.
Yeah.
And then looking down into it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, picking up the pace. Anything else we missed? Oh yeah, there was that drift back there when we first came in.
One that's now on the left.
Yep, we gotta go do that one. This is neat. I'm gonna look at the vein, guys, on that like 45, 50 degree dip from left to right, running all the way through this. Isn't that cool? It can't be high grade. If it was, all this would have been cleaned out. But hey, it might be just enough for a weekend prospector. Come out here and have a little bit of fun. Grab up some samples, take it home and crush it. Okay, here's where we started. I can kind of see the sunshine up there from the portal. This is the big stope we first saw coming in. So now we didn't go up this way. And the old, there's the old Michael Jackson Diet Pepsi from the 80s. Yep. Old 80s Diet Pepsi. Should I do my Michael Jackson impersonation, Laura?
Have you shown it to him before?
I better not. There's a Budweiser from the 80s, I think. Nope, 70s. And that's it. What's it say over here?
Something ring.
Art.
A hair you.
A hair you. Maybe you guys can make it out. Drop down in the comment section. Let us know. Okay. Any other graffiti? No. That's it. Okay. Turn it around. Well, at least this one ain't like the Swiss cheese mine.
No.
Holy cow, that thing just went everywhere.
The ceiling was so low in there, you had to hunch over most of it.
Oh,
aside
man.
from the main drift.
My back was killing me after that day. Yep, I'm certain that one was all carved out by Chinese miners. All right, hard left. And our portal should be right up here, a little bit more. And let me go outside real quick, guys. I'm going to show you that slide one more time before I climb up that hill. This used to have a big iron door on it. Okay, here we go. Outside, and that's where we're headed. So where we saw that ore pass with all the scree heading up that direction, that's where we're going next. We'll see you up there. All right, guys, there we go. Made it all the way up to the next level. Let me show you what I found up here. Let me flip the camera around. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so down there is our big ore bin with Mr. Rattlesnake. Up a little ways was the portal we just came out of. Now here is the slide down before me, or right in front of me, I should say. And so why did they make slides? Well, when they're removing ore that's relatively close to the surface, that's the easiest, most efficient way of doing it, is just bringing it out and tossing it down a slide into the bottom. Okay, flipping around here. Let me show you. I believe Laura's trying to dig out the portal. What'd you find, Laura?
There's a small gap, but you might need a hoe or just two people to dig for a minute. I don't know. It's pretty.
Yeah, it looks like the whole cliff face came down and covered it up.
There's a small little gap, but not a whole lot. You can see where the frame was to the portal.
This looks fresh too.
Yeah.
This all came down with that big rain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's too bad. That's gonna take too much digging.
Yeah, aside from the little gap that's over there and this one right here, it's pretty well sealed
Sealed
shut.
Hurricane Sarah,
Sandy, or
Sandy,
whatever it was.
Sandy,
Yep.
Sarah, did it in.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, at least we looked. Yeah, we got too much to look at that's already open to be doing any digging. Besides, we didn't bring the hoe up here. So, I think we can squeeze one more location in for you. So what we've got to do now is hike back down the hill. I'll point the camera center screen. So down there and around the corner, there's some real old mines with retaining walls, stacked rock retaining walls, exterior gobbing. We're gonna head down over there next and see what that's all about. I'll see you over there.